my daddy likes robots.
Hello everyone, this is Cybertronianbeast, and let's talk Transformers. Today we are taking a look at Transformers Classics Grimlock. Now, I'm all for change, but what the hell did they do to Grimlock? Look at this thing. I don't know what the hell this is supposed to be. He's got the right colors, and he kind of looks right, but oh my goodness. Anyway, let's take a closer look at the alt mode body. Anyway, he's got this blaster thing, which kind of is a sword and kind of is a gun. It shoots well. That's cool. But what is all this? I don't know. The head is kind of menacing, and its eyebrowy goodness. Its mouth does open and close. Opens an awful lot. But that's got a double meaning, I guess. It's used for other things. Let's get into transformation, and hopefully the robot mode can save this thing. What we do first is we remove the tail completely. Why? That G1 Grimlock was, his legs were the entirety of the tail. Why are we doing that? If you flip this in like that, the tail is his gun. That's why you do that. So he has two guns, one of which is part of his body. Seems like a very Beast Warsy thing to do. That there reveals his head. Now his head does look a lot more Grimlocky than I would expected from the look of the alt mode. But let's keep going. Next, let's see here. You split apart the front and extend it. Oh, look, so the head of the alt mode are his legs. That's gotta be rough. So if you're walking around and you step on something that isn't overly scrumptious, and then you transform into robot mode, you gotta taste that? Ugh. Let's hope robots don't have taste buds, or the robot equivalent to that. Next, we are flipping up this and getting rid of it, I guess, in some fashion. Yeah, we'll flip that around like that in some kind of robot butt plate. Next, these are his arms. I'm not overly happy with this guy. Maybe you can tell. We're flipping that in. We're flipping this around like this. We're flipping this around completely, because this little jewel on his chest, that's the front. What have they done to Grimlock? Oh, good God. Now you got to flip this thing over entirely, and then you can back this in, and then now you've got his arms in the right spot. So then you bring up these fists like this and just push the legs, or those legs in a little bit, and now you've got his fists showing. Okay, now he's got a little bit of a Dracula cape thing going on here with his neck. You just got to lower those there and lower that, and now you've got his head showing. And you got a good amount of light piping in him, which is pretty cool, I guess. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get that sucker to shine. Now, that's pretty good. Good amount of light piping. This is it, though. I don't know exactly what we're supposed to do with this, But, I mean, it could stay like that if I really wanted it to. It's not really in the way at all. Kind of like it there. It doesn't really limit anything. But this is Grimlock in his robot mode for Classics. This is garbage. What did they do to Grimlock? He walks on his face, and his arms are... I don't know what they did here. This is just terrible. Now, maybe if he holds his guns, it'll be better. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. Okay. Well, holding the guns hides the hideous hands that don't do anything, but it also makes them a little bit more top-heavy. Ugh. Oh, Grimlock. You used to be cool, man. Ugh. What a sad state of affairs. What kind of articulation does Grimlock have? Does he have any knees? He does have a knee. Well, maybe that's why they got that out of the way, because it blocks his knee. So you do get a 90-degree knee on that. So we'll get that out of the way there. There is 0 ankle tilt, but he can do that, which is his alt mode neck. He does have a waist swivel, which is actually more in his torso. So yeah, his shoulders are just on a swivel. He does get 360 out of that. He does have a bicep swivel. 0 wrist articulation. He has some kind of an elbow here, which also acts as his alt mode ankle. And his neck. His neck is on some kind of a plate here, but it does his head does swivel back and forth. No up or down. Oh man, I don't know. Apparently this is a sought after figure somehow. I don't know. I mean, really, Grimlock started out as this. If it will stand. He doesn't want to stand. But that's what Grimlock was. And it's pretty much the same size. So, I mean, for Classics, you could just go out and get a G1. But then, this came out after Classics, I'll give you that. They came out with that. Now, how can you go out and get this and say, yeah, I got a Grimlock, when there's these? And in fact, they do have the Fall of Cybertron Grimlock out now, which is Voyager class. He stands about this high. And that would make a 10 times better Grimlock than this, even with the Fall of Cybertron Grimlock's issues. I don't know. This is garbage. This Classics Grimlock is really bad. Granted, it came out a long time ago, probably around 10 years ago now. But man, this is just a shadow of what Grimlock, should be. I don't understand why they just didn't take a G1 Grimlock, go through the transformation and update it. Similarly with what they did with Masterpiece. They could have just kept the same size class and just done a new version. I don't know. They always got to redo everything, start from the ground up. But I don't know. I don't like the fact that he walks on his face. That's just weird. It's a very Beast Wars kind of thing. Anyway, if you have any questions or comments on Classics Grimlock, let me know, because I'm definitely not a fan of this figure. And if you are, let me know, because perhaps I'm missing something that you particularly like. And if you can turn me around on this, I'd be grateful, because obviously I bought it, so I'd like to have a reason to like it. If you want to follow me on Twitter, please do. Just follow at Cybertronianbeast on Twitter. You can check out my Facebook page. Just search Cybertronianbeast on Facebook. Click like. That'll be me. And by all means, please check out the podcast that I'm on. Me and a bunch of Transformers fans got together and we started a podcast. You can find it at transmissionspodcast.com. And we put out a new episode every week. And give it a listen. Hopefully you like it. We're having a blast doing it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you subscribe to the channel and you're enjoying what I'm doing. Anyway, thanks again. This has been Cybertronianbeast, and I will talk to you later.